it's Dale here. Today I'm going to show you the Val and Dale show. Some years ago I made these, I think possibly for City and Guilds, one of the units there. But just a little story before we start. These two girls at the beach. Our kids sailed when they were young, and you know, everyone knows that mothers and fathers are very important in any child's sport. With sailing, there's hours of time. Mothers don't necessarily help with the boats, although they help bring boats in, but they do things like go home and get the things that have been left behind, and sort the food out and wash the clothes. But my friend Val and I just imagine that here we are relaxing at some stage of the racing, and so I made this piece, and it's on bubble wrap, and I did have a bubble wrap beach, and it had sand inside 2 sheets of bubble wrap and little shells and all sorts of stuff like that. But I've lost that somewhere along the line. So I made these little dolls, these little girls in relaxing, and I made them with a lot of wire that's been wrapped with stitch thread and a lot of stitching on the fabric. I bought some fabric that had stars and shells and things like that on it. So I stitched it all up and wired them up so that we could be relaxing at the beach. And this is the other one in different fabric with lots of free stitching and patterns all over this particular one. But you can see they're all wired up loosely, bit wild and whatnot. I also, anyway, this is the first one I'll show you. So she's stitched with, she's got long wiry arms so they can attach, because I like doing machine wrapped cords. You may have realised this from other things I've done. And so to make her dress, I've stitched some of the fabrics that I've cut up into tiny pieces and stitched them all up together, and then I've stuffed her with something, I'm not sure, it feels like rice maybe. And I gave her a little necklace, and I used some lovely threads to make her hair. And then she sat in here and relaxed, because once they get on the water, then you can relax until we come back in again. So here we are. And one year we went to Adelaide, where it seemed to me that we sat around a lot. And this little one here is made a similar way, but with the stitching and patterns all over the top, free stitching, and stuffed again in the same way. There's her arms, and she's got a button around her neck and a little cord, and her hair's all some wiry wool that I had, or some wool I had at the time. So there they are. They did have wine glasses, but they seem to have disappeared. But anyway, the vital thing was that at the end of the day, we always had our shard, and after a hard day's parenting and viewing. And also I made this here, and that's some of the fabrics. I just can't remember if it was a platter to put our wine glasses on, or whether it was an umbrella or whatever it was, but it's like so. I've probably lost quite a lot of the pieces, and I like to read especially, so I made a tiny little book, and that's all stitched just with thread. It says what's cooking, so maybe it was one of my cookbooks, because I like cooking, and just a tiny little book just there for me to read when not viewing. And so that's a bit of fun. If it gives you a few ideas, well, that's good. But that's sort of stuff that you have to do when you're a parent, and then you can relax at the end of the day. So see you again another time. Bye.